of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First order of business is to approve the minutes from June 11th.
So moved.
And second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Rob, the bills, please.
Alrighty, the general fund, $7,248,350.56. Liquid fuels, $28.81. Hazmat, $147.05. 911, $388,016.64. Domestic relations, $2,290.40. And children and youth, $714,514.25, for a grand total of $8,353,347.71.
All right, is there a motion to approve the bills as presented?
Motion made to approve the bills as presented by Controller Edwards.
And I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye. Thank you, Controller Edwards.
Thanks, Rob. Okay, personnel, we have 3 new hires, a part-time employee at DC3 in the Register and Recorder's Office effective the 17th of June. A DC3 full-time in the Register and Recorder's Office effective the 24th of June, and a new part-time security guard effective July 1st. We have separation of a part-time security guard as of June 12th, and a transfer from caseworker to casework supervisor effective July 1st, and then 1 FMLA request from 6/4 through 7/12. So a motion to approve those.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Public comment, anybody here for public comment? Seeing none, we'll move on. Nothing under old business. New business, we have consider HUD price application for Mature Resources Village of Hope. Lisa.
Good morning. So the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development is giving us a one-time shot at millions. It's called the Preservation and Reinvestment Initiative for Community Enhancement, hence price, competitive application process. What I'm requesting for Clearfield County and the Redevelopment Authority to subcontract with Mature Resources in order to be able to place 20 more homes out of the Village of Hope. They will be manufactured units, that's what the price is all about. This is a statewide, or I shouldn't say statewide, United States-wide application process. So it is high in the sky, but I would love to go in for it. And I'm asking for your permission to go forward. Clearfield County and the Redevelopment Authority would then subcontract with Mature Resources for this one-time grant opportunity. Price will offer Clearfield County and Mature Resources, Village of Hope, the opportunity to add 20 units. So 15 of those units would be 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and 5 of the units would be 3-bedroom, 2-bath. In the amount of $6,332,708. $6,030,000 will go directly into development, so that's directly into our economy. And then $302,708 will go into wages and administration. Some might ask, what does the Redevelopment Authority have involvement in this for? This grant through HUD is set up exactly like the Community Development Block Grant funding, which is probably the most complicated program in our Commonwealth. So redevelopment would then be doing the environmental review, we would be doing the wage determinations, the site preparations for the plans, the works. That's where we would fall into that, and that would be the county's responsibility, hence Thomas Larson and I would be taking care of that. Mature Resources recognizes, of course, the need for additional housing, especially for seniors, but keep in mind, Village of Hope isn't just for seniors, it's also for those that are disadvantaged and need the extra housing. Several key findings in a new study done by North Central for all of the counties involved is Clearfield County's housing, 50% of it was built prior to 1969. And in addition to that, 21% of the residents in the study are 65 and older. So there's quite a need for rental housing. Additionally, the rental housing would benefit those of a one family earning $21,250 to $33,305 a year. So it falls within the same guidelines that our community development block grant and any of our other housing programs fall into. The biggest housing need, of course, is last week we announced the possibility of expanding housing right here in Clearfield Borough. For every 100 people in need of affordable housing to meet their cost situation and 30% of their income, there's only 51 housing units available. New construction in the region would give us a nice lift, a nice boost. Manufactured homes are now stick-built homes. They're just built in a factory and then brought on site and put together. We call for a protected frost-free foundation for them to set on, so you would be able to get to the underneath of them. It's not like it's not skirting. It is frost-free, so there's not going to be freezing underneath of anything. We're looking at the homes being built right here in Pennsylvania, so which is another boost for the county to be able to put this money right into the state.
I guess I have two questions. One, is there any match on this, or if you were to get it, is that just 100% of the?
Yeah, so match is not required, but leverage is suggested, and Mature Resources putting that leverage in.
Okay. And the second question I have is, this is a pretty significant, I mean, I can't speak for them, but I think this is a great opportunity. What I'm worried most about from your perspective is that this is a really big piece. Would you be looking, if you get this grant, would you need to bring on additional personnel to help with the administration?
Not at this point, I don't.
Okay. You think you can handle this? You've got the bandwidth to do this and all the other things you're doing right now?
Yes, we can handle that.
Okay.
Lisa, question, how many units, do you know, how many units are up and running, I guess, is the way to put it, at the Village of Hope right now?
So right now, there are 6 units with 2 being built right now.
Okay,
In addition to, for senior housing, there's one that's a kinship house, and so we all know those grandparents that are raising their grandchildren are falling into need. I mean, it's just unbelievable, and it stymies me, John, as to what families are running into out there. But they put a kinship, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath kinship house up to be able to assist those in need.
And I believe they're also going ahead with a community and multi-use building at the
Yes.
village, okay?
Yes, that will be coming up, hopefully in the fall. We
Okay.
hope to see
I
that
thought
right
that-
ground in the fall.
I thought that was well underway in the
this
planning
point-
process.
At this point, Mature Resources has accomplished everything they have done out there with loans.
so this will essentially, if you get it, it'll triple the number of units, essentially
Yes.
triple the number of
Yes.
units out there, okay.
Yes.
And they have the available land surrounding.
Most definitely. They moved out there, so they moved it from the Girard location to that location because the infrastructure was there. At Girard, we had a hard time finding anything to be able to put that infrastructure in.
Well, I'm assuming for folks that have houses now and leave and would move into the Village of Hope, then that would open up
Right.
homes possibly that could be available to help address the shortage of housing that we have now, at least for
Most certainly.
younger couples and things like that, okay.
We're finding a lot of seniors, John, don't wanna be in, one, paying the taxes on the house, having to maintain the yard, having to shovel the snow, it's just getting to be too
I
much.
hear you, sister.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
and my son just recently got a different apartment, and boy, the relative lack of housing
Decent.
just shocks me. I mean, so this is definitely, I mean, I think it's at all levels, from senior down to just starting out of college. We do need to work on this housing
Sure.
crisis, so appreciate what you're doing here. Is there a motion to approve this?
I will make a motion for the Redevelopment Authority to apply for the HUD Price grant pursuant to the Mature Resources Village of Hope project.
I will second that.
All those in favor?
Aye. Lisa, thank you, as always, for your diligence.
You're welcome. Thank you for allowing us this opportunity.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and
I will say
best of luck, this
While
is
6
a,
million sounds like a lot on a grant, the minimum on this grant was 5 million.
Oh, that's
and
So-
this is a competitive process,
It is a
so,
competitive process. The state itself is going in for 75 million, and that is for spot housing, for manufactured housing. Some of those units out there, and Dave, you and I have talked about this, with our housing improvement programs, when you get into a manufactured home, it can be worrisome. Anything built prior to 1976 will be replaced with a new manufactured unit. So that's exciting too,
That's
if
really
the
good,
state
yeah.
gets theirs.
Excellent.
okay, thank you, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Can I ask a question before you go? Can I be Jeff?
No.
You wish you.
Well, she's gonna leave.
Is there a time frame?
October, we would, the application's due July 10th, and we should hear in October.
Okay, that was all, thank
Very
you.
good.
That was nowhere near Jeff level.
No, but
Don't you have
a follow-up?
You need 4 more follow-ups, please.
It died.
Yeah, I did, sorry.
Okay,
It's still recording.
Oh, it is?
Audio's still good.
okay. Item 2, sort of related, there's 2 openings on the County Housing Authority Board, and we happen to have 2 applications. So one is from Mr. David Larson, and he's actually a resident of Edgewood, which matters because I believe they need at least one person who is representative of somebody who lives in housing. And the other applicant is Maria Lemo. I think most of us here know her family, and right now she's president of the Clearfield Revitalization Corporation Board. So she's active, at least in the Clearfield community. So those are our 2. I would entertain a motion to approve David Larson and Maria Lemo.
So moved.
I will second that motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, that's done. Item 3, we need to consider an agreement with TH Portageon LLC, and this is for an issue at the jail.
This is waste pumping at the jail. It's a 1-year agreement for essentially for TH Portageon to come in and clean what they need to. No issues or concerns with the contract. It is $240 per pumping, and there's a termination of 30 days if there would be an issue that would arise. And I do believe the warden is very supportive.
That's a crappy job and somebody's gotta do it.
You got it.
And this was put out to bid, and they are a reputable Clearfield County-based company, so I'll make a motion that we approve that agreement with TH.
I would prefer we use the word quote. I wouldn't say it was a
Okay.
bid.
You received 3.
But we did solicit quotes.
I sit corrected on that matter.
I just don't want us to get in trouble.
Understanding that this was a pressing issue
Yeah,
at
it
the time.
was, yeah, definitely.
And after having gone through all this crap, I'll second it.
You're just on a roll. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, that's handled. Item 4, memorandum of understanding with Community Connections.
This is for the upcoming fiscal year. We've done this for several years now. This is a referral for the early intervention program from CYS. Nothing out of the ordinary. It meets all of our standards and requirements to ensure we're in compliance with the bulletins that were set forth by the state as far as compliance.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
And item 5, we would like to take this opportunity to congratulate the Du Bois Central Catholic girls team on winning the softball championship. I will say I umpired that team twice, and they were very impressive. Especially the second game, I knew they were gonna have a really good chance, because frankly, in softball, when you've got a pitcher that dominant, you've got a really good chance, and she was everything as advertised and more. So congratulations to them, and I wish Coach Heigl a happy retirement. That's a heck of a way to go out.
Yeah, an excellent and a hard-fought performance.
They've been knocking on the door since 2019, they finally did.
Finally broke through, so congratulations to them. Is there anything else for the good of the order?
I would like to mention, and also offering congratulations to the Clearfield County Volunteer Fire Departments, a group of 17 fire departments banded together and applied for a SAFER grant. This is from the FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. This was a long process, started back in 2022, was actually awarded in 2023, and now has got the final details were released yesterday. You'll see those in other media resources. This is $2.4 million spread over a 4-year period for recruitment of that is the goal, is for these 17 departments spread throughout Clearfield County over a period of 4 years to recruit 160 new members. There are a lot of facets to this, from the actual recruiting process to gear and equipment for new firefighters to tuition reimbursements, a number of facets. A lot of work and effort went in to combine 17 departments together and apply for this grant, and they should be given much credit for putting in the hard work, and this is a great opportunity for Clearfield County.
Yeah, certainly we know that it's getting harder and harder to find help for these kind of volunteer things, and it's certainly very important, so.
And some of the incentives that are, like I said, tuition reimbursement, and not necessarily college, it could be technical school, trade school. There's actually a stipend for those who have the most calls consistently to offset some of the cost involved. It's a very well thought out program, and it does include a sizable marketing concept to try and recruit new people into the different facets. Volunteer firemen, not just the people that go in the door, they need maintenance people, they need accounting people, there's support staff, so there's something for everyone. If you're interested in volunteering, young, old, there are a lot of facets other than actually fighting a fire now involved in volunteer fire departments, and we as commissioners wholeheartedly encourage people to look more into volunteering for your local community, so we can make a difference from day one.
My understanding was it was a regional effort too. I believe they had fire companies at the meeting from Cambria County and Indiana County.
Yeah, well, this grant was actually awarded with the 17 departments in Clearfield County, but there will be a spillover effect just from the marketing aspect of this.
Mhm.
So no, a major accomplishment, a lot of work was put into this process.
I'll be very interested to see how it goes for them,
Yeah.
so.
Clear one.
You have anything to add?
Very briefly, the Zimmerman rap lawsuit that involved the elections and absentee ballots, whether or not they could be accepted at local offices. All of the parties had to file what are called their applications for relief, yesterday, and the court did indicate that they were going to try to get an expedited decision on that matter. So that's still pending, but it has some movement. And then if I could just make another general announcement for the summer, they are starting to do their tax posting. So again, anyone who sees any notices, any concerns, any questions, I would encourage you to address those sooner than later. If you're not sure if your taxes were paid, call the tax office to confirm. But don't wait till last minute, because those are part of the upset tax sale on there, so.
Thank you.
Thank you, Counselor,
All right. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
and second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
In lieu of Jeff, does anyone have any